It's time now for a look at the day's sports, and we say hello to Ketevan Gorgestani.
Hi, Francois.
Serena Williams, she squandered 4 match points in a 3-set thriller.
Yes, she was facing Karolina Pliskova, and that means that 24th Grand Slam singles title still eluding Serena Williams. As you said, she has plenty of regrets because she wasted those 4 match points against the Czech player Williams, who did struggle early in the game. She lost the first set, and then she staged a comeback from a breakdown in the second set to level the match. Now, the decider seemed to be a done deal when Williams jumped to a 5-1 lead, but the Czech had other plans. She saved 1 match point in the 7th game and then 3 more at 5-4 down before racing through the next 3 games to complete her stunning comeback and beat the former world number 1 6-4, 4-6, 7-5. Serena Williams, the 37-year-old who denied that she had choked on those match points, but she admitted that she might need to approach match points a little bit differently in the future.
No, okay, next time I'm up 5-1 against anybody, whether it's her or anyone, I just need to make sure I play lights out when I have match points. And it's little things like that I used to do and that I always do, that I need matches to know that, okay, this is when you go psycho when you're up when you have match points. So it's a good learning experience to know the next time that I have match point, like, okay, just like go bananas on it.
Pliskova, who advances to the semifinals. She'll meet Naomi Osaka for a spot in the final. The 21-year-old U.S. Open champion who beat Ukraine's Yelena Svitolina 6-4, 6-1 in an hour and 12 minutes. The other semifinal will see Danielle Collins take on another Czech, Petra Kvitova. Now, there was a huge upset in the men's draw, too, as France's Lucas Pouille tamed the big-serving Milos Raonic in 4 sets to advance to his very first Grand Slam semifinal. Pouille took the first set with a brilliant forehand passing shot to win the tiebreaker. We're going to see that passing shot come up right there. After that, he converted his only break opportunity in the second set with a perfectly executed backhand lob before 2 winners and 2 big serves gave Pouille a second 2-set lead. Raonic fighting back to clinch the 3rd set, but Pouille broke the Canadian again in the 4th, converting his 3rd match point to win it 7-6, 6-3, 6-7, 6-4 in just over 3 hours. Pouille, who had not won a single match in Melbourne in 5 appearances, praising his new coach Amélie Mauresmo for helping him improve his game. Take a listen.
Men are coaching women, so why not the contrary? I don't get it, but as I said again and again, it's not about being a man or a woman, it's about knowing tennis, about having the good state of mind. She's a champion, she's a great coach, and I think she's bringing a lot of confidence to my game, to my personality, to my state of mind.
Next up for Pouille will be none other than the world number 1 and overwhelming favorite, Novak Djokovic, the Serb who went through without really having to put up a fight, as Kei Nishikori retired with an injury after trailing 6-1, 4-1. Djokovic was aiming to win a 3rd Grand Slam in a row and a record 7th title in Melbourne. And the other semifinal, of course, will have the other favorite, Rafael Nadal against Stefanos Tsitsipas. Now, the search for footballer Emiliano Sala continued today over the channel, nearly 48 hours after his plane disappeared. Messages sent by the player before takeoff has since emerged. In one voice message, he expressed his concerns about the single-engine plane. He said, quote, "I'm on a plane that looks like it's going to fall apart. If you don't hear from me in an hour and a half, I don't know if they'll send someone to get me because they're not going to be able to find me. I am really scared." Now, according to reports, there were some problems starting the plane's engine and taking off. Data then showing that the plane had been cruising at 5,000 feet before the pilot requested to descend at a lower altitude on passing Guernsey. It lost radar contact at 2,300 feet, and search operations have since been unable to find any trace of that plane. Earlier in the day, officials said that the chance of finding survivors was now very slim, but they vowed to continue looking.
It's a difficult call to make. Nobody in the Joint Control Centre, including myself, wants to give up. We are determined to find the two men alive. If they're in the water, I would have said their chances of survival now have diminished to almost zero, because it's very cold in the water out there. It has been rough overnight as well. If they're safely in a life raft, then their chances of survival are much greater, because they're isolated from the cold water.
And we finish with the latest transfer news. Gonzalo Higuaín on the verge of joining Chelsea. The Argentina striker set to join the Premier League club from Juventus after his year-long loan spell at AC Milan, which was cut to less than 6 months. The delay in the signing, though, means that Higuaín and Chelsea have missed that midday deadline, Francois, and therefore the Argentine will not be eligible to play with the Blues. There's a big game coming up tomorrow. It's the semi-final second leg of the League Cup, Chelsea playing Tottenham.